Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Falcons going up against the Lions. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 6 matchup.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. On second down, here's Newton. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Now, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Here's Newton now on second down. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it, because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
And on the ground they go with a running back. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. To throw on second down is Newton. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes, because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Fresh set of downs here. On first down, Newton eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Ten yards still left on second down. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
Janoris Jenkins combines excellent coverage ability with supreme confidence in himself. He thinks that no one is going to catch a pass in his area. Calls himself Clamp City.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he comes back with one complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So, of course, they wanted to find the end zone, but when you go on the road and your first drive results in points, I think you're pretty happy.
You have to be, because you've taken it to the home team in this case. And while you may not have shut up the home crowd, you've quieted them down a little bit. Good way to start.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Shift together here from the D-line. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And a look at the defense now. Ten yards to go on 3rd. Shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. it's Newton here off the bootleg. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Newton to throw. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to put...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down, and the offense in search of 6 yards. They come up at an offset eye. Looking to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. Third down here. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They come out here in the eye. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, How do we take that away from them?
There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Falcons. Herman Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 5.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Here we go. Man 38. Man 38. 6. Mike 56. Ohio. Check. Ohio.
They'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. It's the fullback, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here's Newton now on second down. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Third and 2, Newton. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be first down, Atlanta.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Just 1 yard to go here on second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And now Newton not liking the play call. He's going to take a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
give it here to his running back. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Newton on 3rd down. He hits White, complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
From the red zone now, Newton. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. 2nd and 10, Newton again. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. On 1st and 10, Newton. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there. Starting, as you said, in a tough spot, and being able to make a play on first down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Newton now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
They come out here in the eye. Newton on first down. Servant in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Newton to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play goes nope. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It's Newton. Can't find anyone open. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 4th down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
They'll drop the throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to dropping for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So out come the Falcons now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. And that's complete to Croft. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down to the offense needing 5 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the grab by Croft. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They'll run here with Freeman, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Come on, let's go. Check. 3 down.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Cameron Brate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and just 1. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Now it's Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And they'll run it here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Back to throw, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. On first down, Newton. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Third down now following the run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And in this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On the left side, a catch by White. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain, and it's 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Newton to throw. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
He'll look to throw. Finding time. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
2nd down following the incompletion.
Here we go. Red 38.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming coming out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Tough spot for the offense, 3rd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
Well, that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective, because they understood where the 1st down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
That's taken it around the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Lions. They're down big here late. I don't know, you just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game. And here now come the Falcons. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with. they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Atlanta, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.